nervous. Don't do this a lot, so please bear with me. Hi, my name is Belinda, and I would like to share my brave little girl's story. Kayla was almost 14 months old when she had her first seizure, a grand mal seizure, which is called a tonic-clonic seizure, as well, of 10 minutes. The doctors thought it was a fever convulsion, and she had lumbar punch done to check for meningitis and other tests, but all came back negative. Her pediatrician sent her for a weight EEG, and everything was normal. Later that week, she started having muscle spasms that we would learn is myoclonic or head-dropping seizures. It started with 3 the first day and quickly moved on to over 100 a day. The head-dropping seizures caused her body to drop to the ground and bump her head a lot against things. We took her to a neurologist that diagnosed her with benign myoclonic epilepsy and put Kayla on Epilim. Epilim works for 80% of epilepsy cases and would reduce Kayla's seizures. What happened is that her seizures were more. Where it usually was 1 seizure at a time, it would be 3 after each other now. The seizures were more intense. She was angry and she was zombie-like. Her eyes dull, and it didn't make her medication that she got for her tonsils not work. And she had this medication previously, and it helped for tonsillitis. I phoned the doctor and advised just to up the dose. You want to help your child, but you can see that this is not working. She was on Epilim for 6 weeks. Kayla has been a patient of Kath McGaw because of food allergies since she was 10 months old. Just before Kayla had a grand mal seizure, she was eating a yogurt. So I wanted to ask Kath if I should take Kayla off dairy because I read online that milk and gluten can cause seizures if children has those allergies. In that visit, I told Kath everything that had happened, and she told me that there was another treatment with the name of the ketogenic diet. The ketogenic diet is a high-fat diet with low carbs. The body uses ketones for energy and not glucose, and this metabolic change in the brain using ketones reduces seizures. Ketones are also keep the brain cooler, and that's always very good. We needed to monitor the ketones by pricking Kayla's finger by using a little machine that measures her ketones and glucose. I wanted to know by the neurologist why the neurologist did not tell me about this option of treatment. I was told that the diet does not work, that the diet is too restrictive and or hard, and that children do not drink the special milk, either keto-cal or keto-volve. My husband and I was led that Kayla needed to be on this diet as soon as possible. She was weaned off Epilim after 6 weeks, and her seizures went back to what they were before. I started giving her a bottle of keto-volve at night just to see if she would drink it, and she did. So we got a good supply of her milk and MCT oil that she needed to take after every meal. Just another thing about Kayla. Kayla is allergic to egg white. So I didn't use eggs in the keto meals, and that's one of the favorite ingredients to use on the ketogenic diet or ingredient. Now let me quickly tell you about something of myself. You move. I have a friend that always said that she does not have a talent when it comes to making food. And that is why she was blessed with money so that she can support the people that create, make great food. Well, I have many talents, but food is not one of them. But, and this is a huge but, I also believe anything comes with practice. So I was going to give this diet my all and do exactly what Kath tells me to do to help Kayla. I'm a Woolies girl, so I tried to give Kayla meals that were easy for her, to make and tasty, but easy for me also to do, to incorporate, to make this a success. Sorry. Also, it needed to be easy for my husband and her nanny that looked after her to feed her and not complicated. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And I promise you, it's all worth it. Okay, so you know the real me, and I'm sure you have a picture now, okay? Back to Kayla. So on the 21st of May, 2011, Kayla started the ketogenic diet on a 4-to-1 ratio. Kayla's seizures almost immediately dropped from over 100 a day to between 15 and 20 seizures a day. I could see the difference in her eyes. They weren't so glazed and dull anymore, and she was much more alert. We got our little girl back, and already the diet was worth it. She had some very unusual combination of food, my poor child, but we persevered and kept going. Kayla was then diagnosed with myoclonic aesthetic epilepsy, MAE or DO syndrome, by an epidemiologist, Dr. James Butler, a gentle and calm man. Yeah. After a while on the diet, I wanted to know by Kath what I was doing wrong, because I read so many stories of other kids overseas who immediately stopped having seizures when they went on the diet. So she explained that everybody's body is different, and that Kayla needs to be on the diet longer. What happened, the longer she was on the diet, the shorter and shorter the lengths of the seizure were getting and less intense. This was amazing to see. We took Kayla to Dr. Bridget Schlegel, who is a pediatric neurologist and very thorough and meticulous. Kayla was prescribed Urbanil, another AED, anti-epileptic drug, that works well with the ketogenic diet. I know, I was very hesitant to put Kayla on another AED after experience on the previous AED. But this combination was working for Kayla, and her seizure numbers was even less. At one point, nobody else could see Kayla was having a seizure except my husband and myself. And you could only feel it if you were holding her, because it looked like any other toddler movement. When Kayla started having seizures, she had them every day. She never had a seizure-free day. In July 2012, Kayla was sick and admitted to hospital. Like usual, Dr. Omoji, Kayla's wonderful and caring pediatrician, was looking after her. In the hospital, she had 2 whole days where she did not have a seizure. We were so happy, and it was as if you didn't want to say out loud or even think about it. And then we saw her having a seizure at home, and we were crushed. We prayed and decided we would keep going on strong, that if Kayla didn't have a seizure for 2 days, that it can happen again. 2 weeks later, on the 3rd of August 2012, Kayla had her last seizure. She was weaned off the diet in December 2012. Kayla still gets her MCT oil after her meals because it's good for her brain, but she eats what she wants and how much she wants. I still don't give Kayla a lot of food with carbs in because I'm so used to not to, but I think it's good for any child not to get too much carbs in. This diet is so worth it. And you can see the results in your child and the difference. Every parent wants their child to be seizure-free and will do anything to do it. They say everything in life that is hard is worth it. Kayla is developing every day and loves to dance and run and learn and play games. She is such a light and so loving. We are so blessed to have her in her life. Thank you very much, my angel, that I could share your story with other brave people to make difference in children and adults' lives. Thank you so much to Kayla's team that looks after her. You are all stars in my little angel's life, and my husband and myself are so blessed to have you in hers. Thank you very much, everybody. And that is that. but it is just all worth it. Thank you.